Hey, what's going on? So I'm gonna be building out a playground feature for Pencil Bible. We did a bunch of work in the beginning of the year on this playground feature mode environment, but I had to table it at the last minute because I'm pretty sure some fire comes up. There's always fires and stuff. So if not, maybe some more new features, updates. We've been doing a ton of updates recently this year, so um, yeah, just fell to the wayside. Tends to happen. But the playground feature, what that is in order to access the main currently in order to access the main feature of Pencil Bible, which is um, like the ability to draw or what we call annotate. Let's see, Matt, what's today? 5/21. Okay, I think I got that right. No, there we go. What was I saying? In order, yeah, to goodness, but in order to access, yeah, the main drawing feature. I mean, I guess this illustrates the purpose, which is funny. Um, and that is in order to access the main feature of Pencil, we have to go through all this work. And I'm doing this quickly because I know what screens are coming up. But the average user is going to walk through and have to do all these steps just to get to this piece, right? And this is the main screen. And at this point, if they have a pencil, an Apple Pencil, they can draw on the screen. If they have just their finger, they're gonna see is scrolling. They're gonna click on this, and then yeah, they're still going to be scenes set on scrolling, right? So it's not, it's not the best initial user experience. Um, so so yeah, we're gonna that's the playground mode is there to improve it. The solution to this would be go into settings and turn on draw with finger slash normal stylus, um, and then from there, your finger, this pointer on the screen is being treated as a finger touch, whereas yeah, just a finger touch, and we don't always want to draw with a finger touch. Sometimes we want to scroll. So this button is there to allow users without a pencil to do the things. Like I said, in order for you to even get to this point, if you don't have a pencil, then you know that's a lot of effort. If you do have a pencil, it's a little bit easier because your natural, like I said, your natural order of operations is to look here, maybe scroll, but if you have the pencil, maybe it draws for the first time, or you click on this, you're like, oh, well, there's a whole palette. Does that mean that, okay, this is selected? Does that mean that I can draw? If you have the pencil, they'll expect to draw with that. Like I said, if you have the finger, it's a hand behind. So playground mode is what we're looking to do here. So I'm gonna log out. And that's going to take me here. So we got so like I said, we did a bunch of work on this. So I'm going to be copy and pasting some stuff, mainly like the navigation stuff. So just give me a second. So I think first I'm going to do the playground navigation. So our navigation exists in source navigation. We have a folder for the different things. So I don't think that we're actually going to have a playground stack. We used to have different stacks, but now everything just exists in main. Like all of our screens for every single thing is just in here. And there's a bunch of screens just navigating within each other. We used to have different stacks, like a setting stack, and like a profile stack, and a reader stack, and a managed Bible stack, and just a pain in the behind. I mean, definitely a little pain, little pain in the butt, but it was really just more onboarding time for people. That's really the decision maker in most scenarios. So now everything is just in here. We can go back and forth. We have a main uh, like routes list, satisfy TypeScript, make TypeScript happen here in the most basic form. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and add the screens here. And it looks like we just have a playground screen. And playground See, I can do this. We're going to be coding for a little bit. So reader, this is our main screen, chapter pager screen, courtesy of Sir Christian and the Margello team. Chapter pager screen is like a root screen. This root screen has essentially a slideshow, horizontal slideshow of all of the chapters for a given book. Yeah, of a given book, right? So Matthew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and goes up to like 28 or something. So this just yeah, it's just that slide. So that's slide show. So all we need to do, it looks like from our previous effort, all we need to do is click into here, playground. That's why ChatGPT is great. Not here. Playground, boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then what were we doing in main here? Just trying to look for the initial screen. The initial route name is select book. Yeah, if we're not authenticated, we don't even get here. I mean, now that's the case. Unless we... Okay, so we could add the screens here. We could add just, like we just did the playground screen here, and then it has free access to all of the related screens. And that's one option. And then within the screens, we just have to do like an is playground mode check, and that's what we did in the beginning of the year. But I mean, it's still kind of the alt stack though. That's how I'm feeling. And if I sign in here, just so we can look at it again. So playground mode, we wouldn't show them that. We would show them this. We would have this on by default. Sure. And then we would have to play with the tutorial some. We still have some tutorial options that we'll have to bring in. You can't see it now, but these are like a double arrow icon that is much more visible on an actual device. See, I think that's too big. I feel like this is good for y'all. No, maybe this, probably this. Okay, I'll just assume that this is what y'all need. When I click on this, it should take me to the welcome screen because I'm in playground mode. And then I should be able to go from the welcome screen to login or sign up, and then I go back twice, and then that'll take me back to the reader screen while still in playground mode. So we shouldn't see the menu. We can see the bookmark. Like I can press on it, but nothing happens. I can search. We can go through the search. We can click in here. We can go through the things. It's just that, yeah, which is great. And then if they close the app, everything is gone, right? So we're not saving anything to Firebase or which we have right now, or what we have right now for like local storage, which we use MMKB. But we'll be switching away from that. I think SQLite or something like that. I don't know. So we'll see. Okay, so what I need to do is sign. All right, so we established what we got to do. Let's go ahead and do do the things. So yeah, I think it's got to be in the playground stack. Let's, and we might have to bring over. Is there like a search screen? Or is it like a mobile that we're doing? Select, you see anything with search? Search. Do it again. Search. Okay, so it looks like this is the only thing that we'll have to bring over. Oh, we'll also need the playground for sure. Search. We'll have to figure out what options are. Okay. Chapter pager screen. This is going to be search Bible. What are the options? The options are for the slide. Okay, so let's see what it looks like without the options. No, I don't know that we necessarily need it. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Initial route name is going to be um, welcome. Okay, so this is the all stack, the route navigator, which let's look at the UI first. Initial route name. If there is a Firebase user currently signed in, if there is not a user, then we go to auth. If there is one, we go to Bible, and we only get to this point after show app is true, and set show app becomes true if the user is signed in, and if the user has signed out. Force update. That's just a force update. We'll have to figure this out. So we go back to auth. So yeah, I think it's as simple as okay. All right, so we are in auth. What we need now is to close to the right. We'll open up main. We need this guy in here. Looks like just this. We don't need draw with finger alert. We probably will. And you may be wondering why, we're putting the nav stuff down here. I think it makes sense to put it at the top of the file, but that actually puts it beneath the contents in this screen, and it just causes issues. Yeah. Think about Z index. That's kind of how that works. Okay, navigator. That's because this has to go down here. Very cool. Okay, so what we need here is to also do, well, this needs to status bar somewhere. We just want the status bar always hidden. Maybe we do it in app. Okay. There we go. What we need here. All right, so now when the app first loads, we are in playground mode. It goes through the things, which is good. It looks like it doesn't take this into consideration anymore. And this might even be an issue for what we have on the live app, if I'm being honest. Okay, so this needs to go up a little bit, not much. Navigate to the menu, tutorial complete. Very cool. So I can scroll up. It looks like there's extra space. Maybe not. Maybe that's fine. Okay, so like I said, that needs to go back to the auth screen. Or, I mean, we're on the auth screen. It needs to take us to the welcome screen. So let me go to nav bar. Well, I guess we need to figure out if we are... I wonder if we can just do this. Toggle chapter select. That's not what I want. Handle menu button press. If user dot id dot email navigation dot navigate main routes dot okay, so the navigation in this state, we can't guarantee that it's, so we have main, we have root, but we need auth in this case. Use navigation, auth routes, auth navigation prop. I don't like this at all, honestly. But I just gotta get to work. Because what's gonna happen is, like, yeah, if we get to this context, then like, yeah, navigation is going to be, it's going to attempt to use the root navigations, like navigation that we're setting, which at this point doesn't, I mean, it exists, but like we don't want it to, we don't want to interact with it. So it doesn't matter that we're setting double. Whereas if we're in here, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just this will be filled in because we're currently in the nav stack. Yeah, it's a little weird, but I guess, but yeah. Okay. So now if I press this, there we go. And then what we'll need to do is nav actions dot set current screen. Not ideal, but not ideal for sure. Key of main stack or auth routes dot uh, I think. So any screen inside of those. So this should be happy. Okay, so let me, if I swipe back, take me back there. Okay. So now we're in the nav bar. Is nav bar hidden? That's what we need to do. Okay. But then we got to handle the swipe back, which is Aaron's not going to want to see that. Then we got to handle the swipe back. Yeah. So where was I? Sorry. Like, I don't want to do this. Maybe clicking on this reopens this. I don't know. Well, I don't want the hidden. I just don't want it to show at all. Which I'm pretty sure is based off of. I don't want this one. I want this one. It looks like we're always showing. Maybe I do want this one. Use transparent header. Okay, looks like we definitely do want this. Okay. Not the transparent header part. Auth routes dot playground. Current screen. Use app selector is our way to access Redux. So current screen. Current screen. Main routes dot manage by. What's this on that before? Argument of type root routes dot Bible. Root routes dot Bible auth routes main routes is not assignable to the parameter of type auth routes. Type root routes dot Bible is not assignable to auth routes. Cat set current screen. What if it's also root routes.auth is not assignable to auth routes? I don't get that. Okay, well, I think it's going to work. Okay, let's go ahead and what's the default for current screen? Is any screen main routes dot. Okay, this might be an issue, but we'll set it to that as default. Okay, so now inside nav press, this is what's going to happen. It's going to take us to welcome. And because it takes us to welcome, that will no longer show this. Okay. But we have to handle the swipe back, which I don't quite know how. TBH. I haven't done this a long time. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so we are on the welcome screen. What it's saying to do, let's get up in here. Before remove, we're going to do dispatch nav Actions.set current screen. It's going to be all throughout.welcome. Okay, we reset just to make sure the vibes are good. Click on this, swipe back. Now, let's get rid of this. I don't know what that's for. Okay. Navigations.set current screen off routes.welcome. Oh, that's not because that's not what I want. Okay, okay, okay. There, I got it. Nice. That's fine. I feel like we can that's fine. I was actually about to comment on that. Notice that when I click into this, it like flashes away. I wonder if there is. That's it. Yeah. I was wondering if there's something we can get faster, but that doesn't appear to be the case. I think anything else would need a bit more, a bit different solution. Okay, so pressing on this search button. Search button. I wonder if I need this now. Now I wonder why I do that. Guess we'll see. So let's see. And God saw the light. It's so hard. It's hard for me to see. So I just typically look for just any text, and at least it'll show this, so I know that it should at least show that. But if there's others, then that's great too. If email. No, guess I just didn't save. Okay. I wasn't. Oh, I wasn't ready for that step. Forgot that if you click on one, we have to also handle when you click on one, um, it has to go. See. Okay, now I don't want to press nothing. So we got search button. We got search Bible screen. We have a navigate, which you have to just save and through. And we might not use current Bible. We might not even use like what I'm making right now. It's kind of ugly where we're checking for email everywhere. But if it's minimal and we don't, if the playground feature can be super simple for now, then until we can dump a bunch of money into it later if needed, then yeah, sure, fine. But yeah, we don't necessarily need to do it if I guess we don't need to. So select next chapter thunk. So we'll definitely need this. A chapter. I don't know. I don't know because if you get into here, this is when we do all of the things. Um, get annotations for surrounding chapters. Yeah, we're updating the user document, which we don't need to do. We're getting the annotations, which we don't need to do, and we're setting up Redux, which we might need to do. Um, but I think we can just have our own playground scenario. Yeah, I don't know that we want this. So what I think we do. So before I work on this, I want to make sure that, like, if I press, this button, everything still kind of works up here. Yeah, okay, so I didn't think that was going to work. So yeah, we're going to need all of that inside of auth 2. Right, so what am I talking about? Source navigation main. Open this bad boy up. Close to the right. Open this bad boy here. Search. We're open up main. Main, we're going to need just these two. Okay, so search and playground are going to show up here. Oh. Select chapter, select book. Select book, select chapter. I think I'm going to try and see what we can do without these. Select book, select chapter. Select book, select chapter. That's going to put us here. Okay. We'll search that, and then I should be able to click on this. I mean, I guess I didn't even need to get here to do that, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we will also need select book, select chapter, and reader. Or playground is actually reader, so we don't need that. Very cool. I don't get this. Type root routes.auth. It's not assignable to type auth routes. So I thought I did the root stack param list though. Sound good. Okay, so back to here. I guess I could just do this here. Damn. So that means, oh. I haven't worked on the nav bar yet. I haven't worked on this. So this is no fun. So when we are in the reader mode, we allow the device. This determines so the Bible and when the Bible was created determines if we allow font scaling. So we didn't allow font. We didn't do anything with font scaling or preventing font scaling up until like a month ago. Um, so any Bible that was created before April 6th of 2024 could have been created with an accessibility font size value of anything that's bigger or smaller than the default. So if they had their text as big, then Pencil Bible would, and when they opened downloaded Pencil Bible, then Pencil Bible text is always big. But if they were to change that font size or anything, then the font size within Pencil Bible would also change. And if you think, the drawing, right? If I'm looking at a Bible that has, let's say I'm logged in, I'm looking at a Bible, which means that, the annotations of the drawing should persist and save inside of Firebase. So that the next time I open that they're there. Imagine that, this is the font size of the Bible, and I draw a circle around these last two lines, but then I go into settings and make the font size bigger, and Pencil Bible allows and responds to that. This text is now going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger. So everything is going to be thrown off. My circle is going to be, who knows what my circle is going to be, what's going to be inside of the circle. So that was a mistake on my part, two-year mistake on my part. But but any Bible that's created after this date, there is no font scaling. So you can go into settings and change it as much as you like. Nothing will change. So it looks like what we need. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how to do this a nice way. So I'm gonna do it the ugly way for now. If user.email is blank, and then we can do this, maybe current location is gonna have to change, but we'll do this as well. This would be playground. Okay. So not great at all. That's why nav bar is a little complex here, so I don't know if we should have a nav bar that is. I mean, it's not that complex. This is really the only sauce in here, and that's minor. Everything else is. Yeah, we can even just take out the bookmark because I can't really use it. We would want search. So I mean, so it's super simple. I don't maybe. Then we don't have to worry about none of this stuff. We don't have to worry about this because we just have a light mode thing. Okay, yeah, so I think we do. Call me crazy. I'm just gonna take out all this fluff, yeah. Well, let me. Now we can do that. Okay. All right, so we don't need this in here anymore. We don't need this. Don't need that. What was I doing? This, so we just need render bookmark. Okay, right? Because this is a value, not a callback. That's all good. Currently on search page. We're not going to show the select chapter button. Okay, select chapter button. What does that mean? Isn't this just the select chapter button? So I don't think this is actually doing anything. Okay, so let's actually do that first. So auth navigation auth. Wait a minute. If I go down here and press over, it opens it up. No way. That's cool. I press the right key. Okay. Nav search button. Where am I at? Okay. Nice. Okay, so that's the spacing's a little funky there. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to work on the interaction in there. That takes us back to here. That takes us here. Okay, so what I want to check out is this, currently on search page. I just don't think that's ever... Right, because this is on the left. Yeah, I don't think that's ever not shown yet. And it looks like selecting on that, it looks like it's open now. which I didn't see if it was open before. I imagine the answer is no. Right, that's great. I like that's a great user experience. Maybe Aaron thinks differently. Okay, it does open. I think that's great. Yeah. Because then they click on it. Yeah, it sends you right back. Now it's locked right now, which is I think fine. Not ideal, but I think fine. It only gave the illusion that it was locked. So that takes us back to here. We should be able to go to login. Should be able to go to sign up. Should be able to go back to login. Now it's going to be back, 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 and now we're back to here. Now I wonder if I press on this, it doesn't look like it takes me there. So I wonder if I actually press on this, go to here. Okay, it does actually redo that, which I think is fine. I think it's fine. At least for now. Not need to stress out about it. And we can see that this just doesn't have the spacing on it. So I'll have to figure that out. But that should be straightforward. Okay. So we can see that this here is not in the best spot. Oh, okay, so before we do that, yeah, they can go ahead, they can do the things. They can swipe as needed. Okay. Not great. What just happened? Why would that cause that to happen? Chapter pager screen. Nav actions. Okay, it looks like we are doing this. Okay. I think what we do is if user.email but we'll also need to have a playground specific version of this, which will also be used when I press on something I search. Nice. Okay. Very cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and do and the man new search Bible screen, handle navigate. Okay, so we want source store thunks. We do want a playground thunk. We do want to copy this guy. Set up next chapter for Redux. This is all we need. Potentially. What's this other one? That's okay. That's that different file. Put that in there. And then inside of here, I'm actually going to copy this swipe because maybe we do need this swipe. Okay, let's go ahead and add all missing imports. Looks good. Okay, so set up Redux, set up playground for next chapter thunk. Given a Bible, which is always going to be the current Bible. I think they did this on purpose. I don't know if this actually how it works, but yeah, I was running into reference issues maybe. Okay, so we don't need new Bible. We don't set current location. I actually don't know what this function accepts. A Bible location, okay. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know what we want. Oh, I guess we don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Do that to make everybody happy. Boom, boom, boom. Nav action set reader as current thunk. Just means we need to do dispatch nav actions dot current screen equals auth routes dot playground. Now this is only going to get ran. We don't need to do any of that. Only going to get ran in playground mode. So make that actually a lot simpler, which is beautiful, honestly. Okay, so that's that one. And then swipe. Do we need anything different for swipe? We do not. We actually don't need swipe at all. Maybe we do. So we'll see, but I don't think so. Say, what if I'm, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. We won't need swipe, but we will need to call this. Not the only one. So I'm going to go back to search Bible screen. Bible location. Probably do something like navigate to playground. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I was talking about earlier? Was I able to get that cleared up? Well, let me know. If we're in the auth, if we're still in the auth stack, this will be blank and or unaccessible, and we never know. We don't care because we're not actually using this as in the auth flow. Whereas if we were, then if we tried to and we were trying to access something that didn't exist, it would yell at us, you know. So book and chapter. Nice, yeah. We don't need. Like I said, I don't know that we need this. We'll need this. I think that's it. I don't know that we need to do much else, but we do what we will need. But do we even need this? Off navigation, not playground? I think so. Yeah. Because we're setting the current screen, which we're doing again here. Maybe we don't need to, but I don't think that's an issue. We're setting this, which I'm pretty sure is what we use inside of here. Setting that location. Set current screen. Okay. So now if I swipe, it should go to 5. And then if I go to and God saw the light, both should go back to 1. Okay, but it looks like this did not go to 1. Okay. And that's because one of these user effects is not being called. Okay, so let's go back to search Bible screen. Something's happening here that we're missing. Just don't know what. Get annotations. I don't think so. So this is if the Bible changes. We're not doing anything else. Huh. Where? So if how is it? We're not doing. I think we're supposed to do like a reset somewhere. Where is scroll view ref? On content size change. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think that's where this comes in. I'm pretty sure this is where this comes in because right now we're just navigating to the playground. So if you actually take a look at the UI, forgot. You'll see that we navigated like this came in from this side, right? Now what I want is that when I click on one of these options, it the playground then comes in on this side. But when I click on this, we go back. So we're actually performing a swipe back operation. So while we were inside of it, when we left this screen, we were this flat list, this reference. Everything in here was pointing to 5, right? It doesn't disappear. It doesn't reset when we go to the next page. It just goes back, and it still has all of the things that it had previously. So what we need to do is inside of Search Bible, we need to also replicate this so that we're actually going to the playground. We might not even need this part anymore. So when we previously we had some logic that let's see, I'll just show you. On the select book screen, there is a use effect which would automatically take the user to the reader screen. So this would be the first screen that we get to, but then we automatically take them here. That's because we used to have a feature where if you scroll back, it would open up this essentially. But we don't actually do that anymore because we have this horizontal scroll. So the user will never actually be able to get that. So I think it's a good opportunity to actually clear that out, which would be nice. Okay, yeah, so this just resets it, right? So instead of just going back, we just start a whole new stack essentially, which then ditches the old stuff and then renders a brand new playground mode, and with all new initial values and everything is all good in the hood. So let me go. We can actually go back a couple. 5. Okay, it looks like that didn't update, so I'll have to work on that. Okay, so this is Genesis 8. We can see, yeah, we navigate right to it. Now it looks like we're obviously missing something. So we need to figure out why that's not updating. So we're getting through the things, determining the chapter to go to. If the user is in playground mode, and then we are setting up the things. I wonder if this, let me try and do a refresh and see if it's working now. Maybe the search scenario just introduced some issues. And out of the ground. Okay, so it just goes back to 1. Okay. So that actually makes a lot of sense because we're not passing anything here. And this is just going to be the same that it was prior. So book, chapter. Available books, okay. Next chapter. What's the book we're to? So it's going to be the same book. Which I don't know if that's the case. Oh, I guess it would be, yeah. Would it? I don't think so. Current location, current Bible.current location. Oh, that's for swiping. I'm looking at the wrong thing. What a dummy. Current Bible dot book. That would make that happy. And then search Bible screen. Okay, so that should make everybody happy. Okay. Yeah, so okay, yeah, we can go different books. Let's try Exodus 3:14. Nice. Exodus 3, chapter or verse 14. And God said, there we go. Nice. I feel like that's about it. That's about it, yo. I mean, there's obviously some tutorial stuff, but that goes to here. Now what if I select book screen? We don't even need this. I'm gonna save that though until we log back in. I just don't know that we need that actually. I mean, it is a different experience. Let me go ahead and log in. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so this, see how that's different? Oh, let me record. Okay. See how that's like slides in? That's what we want. Very different on the, very different on the, oh, I don't want to open it up in here. Very different in the playground mode. Yeah. And that is because screen's off. I don't want that. That's because playground mode is first. We also want the select book. Select book is going to be here. For navigating to, do we need this? I don't. Because this is not going to be true inside of playground. So when we get to select book, okay, let's just, as always, brute force it. We can clean it up later. Name Bible. We don't want that. Where did that come from? Oh, that was the Copilot that did that. It's like when did I type that? All right, that's all we need. We'll need a special thing for that, right? So what did I just do? I just yeah, just checked if there was no email. If there was no email, then we should take them to the playground. I think for this, when would current Bible.id be um when would the current Bible be would not have an ID? And I think it's only when is else statement correct, relevant. What happened if we get here without a Bible? Do we ever get here without? um, if I create an account, but then I never go through and actually create a Bible, and I close the app. When I reopen the app, it's going to take me to the menu. Um, well, it's actually going to take me to the reader screen. Um, I feel like we'll figure that out. To do. Does this happen if I create an account and uh, do not create a Bible, then close the app? Because I think what we do is we actually still take them to this screen, which takes them to the reader, which should take them to the reader screen. It's just that we open up the drawer navigation, the side navigation. But that is a to be determined. We'll see that when we create an account and then I'll go to auto login. But where was I? Not here. I was here. So yeah, we're just taking them to the playground, and then that should give us the same, look and feel, the hotness, the hotness. Nice. Okay, so then we're on select book, handle navigate. This is what we want. Handle select book, which I think is beautiful. Genesis, no. Auth navigation dot select chapter. Exodus 1. Select chapter screen. Oh, it's TPT, okay. Handle chapter selected. Set up next chapter. Okay, so we don't want that. If this is the case, then we just want to do dispatch. Set up playground for next chapter thunk. I think that's it, my friends. Swiping isn't great. I think it's slow. But search works. This works. We do need this, so I think it's going to be let's see. I think it's going to be, what was that? Just a let me go to navigation main. Do you see how we're not using a transparent header? So that's what that is. We're going to use the transparent header. Where we use this in other places. I don't want that. I want select. This is the select book. Current Bible.use transparent header is what to start. Probably false. Okay, so that's all that is. So we go up in here, up in here. Current Bible slice, current Bible. Use transparent header is true. And then we might need to update some. We'll check the old Bibles. Use transparent. You see that's down low. That is not down low. I think that's because I didn't. Yeah, I didn't change that back. Okay, so everything is back to normal. So if I go here, I can go through those. That would really be the next part, figuring out that bug. Some rogue things, making sure that logging out is all good. But okay, yeah. So this is the last thing that we'll need to see, which is the toolbar. And so we're gonna need to wrap this around, or let's see, we got a user up in here. Or it's a playground user. And okay, then we need to do some other stuff. Or I think what the answer is that the draw with finger is true. Not so fast there. So I think we actually get rid of this. I mean, that's going to be hard. So we can't just default it to always showing, because if it's shown, then the pencil won't work. And some of our users are going to have pencils. Um, Probably a lot of our users are going to have pencils. Um, and if they try to use a pencil, it's not gonna work. If draw with finger mode is active, then the pencil is treated as always as a scroll. Um, and we would have to get into the canvas. And what am I looking for? We would just need some way to toggle draw with finger mode. And that's probably just a different little bit of a different UX. So I'll send a question over to Erin. Thankfully, this file isn't too reliant on that. So yeah, they want to end it there. But I mean, that's pretty much the playground mode in of itself. Like I said, we need some tutorials for playground mode. I'll need to get in and actually work through the authentication, and just make sure that drawing is a good experience. What I'm thinking is, like, if I just swipe, I'm going to be uh, uh, not that lenient on like when to save annotations while in the in playground mode. We'll save them if they're in here, but if you swipe away, they may or may not. I think actually with the way now that we're doing the storing the annotations for, if I'm on chapter 3, we're storing annotations for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if they have them. So I think it'd be fine. Um, so yeah, I appreciate you watching. Made a bunch of updates. So yeah, thanks.